All right, guys, so we are back. Got a bunch of parts in the mail this week. And this week, we're gonna put the correct reference points for the turbo. We're gonna use the vacuum reference kit from CB Performance. And we're gonna put all that into a boost block or vacuum block. So let's get started. Let's take the charge pipe off and the carburetor off. So before we get started, guys, I actually shared my video on the Facebook group called Turbo VW Bug, and I had a lot of good feedback, and they let me know where to put the vacuum reference point. I always thought it was off the charge, but they helped me out a lot. So if you want to check out that Facebook group, I'll drop the link in the description. I hate that. Found it. Couldn't even find a 10 millimeter. Can you believe that? All right, so now that the carburetor is off, we're gonna go ahead and install the vacuum reference kit. Okay guys, so the vacuum reference kit is installed. Can barely kind of tell, but you can see the two gaskets. So now we're gonna run these ports onto this block. It's gonna feed it in here, and the rest of it we're gonna to the boost gauge, fuel pressure regulator, and blow off valve, and we can just leave one of these capped. All right, so we have all the fittings installed on the vacuum block. Now we're gonna go ahead and install it on the firewall.
A few moments later.
Vacuum slash boost box. I got the vacuum feeding to there. Then this hose goes to the fuel pressure regulator, boost gauge, and we're gonna put the charge pipe back on with the blow off valve, and we're gonna hook it up right here. I actually might run the wastegate there too, but we'll see how that goes. I might have a better accurate reading than off the chart. So we got to get rid of the brass fittings we put on the turbo last video. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. And here we go. All right guys, so here it is, all installed. Got the reference box all hooked up. The feed, I'm actually gonna clean this up. Fuel pressure regulator, blow off valve, and the boost gauge. All the other plugs are capped off. So let's go ahead and start it. All right guys, so before we get started, I went ahead and cleaned up all the wires and the hoses. All zip tied, ready to go. I also put in the rear apron, sanded it and clear coated it. I also went ahead and cleaned up the wiring behind the dash. And my dog ran away. Both my dogs ran away. Oh my God. I also went ahead and installed new RPM gauge, boost gauge, oil pressure gauge, and a volt gauge, just to monitor everything that's going on. All right, so let's get these things started and take it for a drive. So if you saw on the boost gauge, it wasn't building boost. I'm thinking that the exhaust header might be too big for building boost, but it might be the boost gauge. I'm thinking it's the boost gauge because I've been told that it should be building boost by 2,000 RPM. So we'll see what's going on with that. We're gonna drive back home and enjoy some turbo noises. Guys, so you guys saw that the boost gauge only read about 1 pound. That's not a big issue for me. I'm pretty happy with it because the butt dyno is running pretty good, you know? So I can definitely feel the power. If you go back to the video, you can hear my son yell, woo, as soon as the boost comes on. Like I said, I think the header's too big, but this is just a 1600 with a cam. I'm going to build a new motor soon, probably a 1915 or a 2054. I haven't decided yet. You can tell by the boost gauge is kind of off, but I still think that the header's too big. Everything's right, just the header, the 1 5/8 header is too big. So I already talked to my buddy who built the motor. He said that, yeah, it's too big for a 1600. So we're just gonna stick with this combo now. New engine. All right, guys, so that's gonna do it for this week. We're gonna throw some lights on it, get it insured, and get it ready for a car show this weekend on the 28th. That way we can show it off. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.